Ohio adult use marijuana sales are approved as part of a 2023 ballot measure, and they could begin by mid-June, you guys. That would be like a month from now. Adult use marijuana could be available for sale in Ohio by mid-June after new licensing rules for dispensaries cleared a key legislative hurdle on Monday. Adult use sales have been in limbo in the state since December when an initiated statute approved by voters went into effect. Ohioans over 21 were immediately able to legally grow and possess cannabis at home, but they had nowhere to legally buy it, prompting concern by Governor Mike DeWine and some fellow Republicans in the legislature, Rico, that openings would be created for a black market. On Monday, the Joint Committee on Agency Rule Review allowed rules to proceed without objection that clear the way for a dual licensing program that will allow existing medical marijuana dispensaries to also sell non-medical pot products. Jim Canepa, superintendent of the Division of Cannabis Control, said applications will be available by no later than June 7th, as the new law requires. In quotes, "I don't want to give anyone false hopes," he told reporters. When asked whether applications might even be available before then, "We're following the timeline in the initiated statute, and we have a small but mighty staff, but there's a bandwidth issue there," he says. Canepa didn't want to speculate on how long approval of each application might take, saying it will depend on the circumstances, but Tom Herron, spokesperson for Ohio Cannabis Coalition, a key backer of last fall's ballot effort, said dispensary operators will be ready right away. He said the Division of Cannabis Control has been working tirelessly over the last several months to meet deadlines laid out in the law for getting the program up and running, and his members have been trying to match their speed. In a quote, "Our members have obviously been anticipating the rollout of adult use sales," he said. "They've been working on getting processes in place and making whatever changes they need to procedures. We're really excited," he says. Herron said he anticipates most of Ohio's existing dispensaries will apply to be dual licensees, allowing them to sell both medical and adult use products. And Canepa said this is one of several rules packages that must be created to fully implement the program by the final deadline, which is September 7th. The new law allows adults 21 and over to buy and possess up to 2.5 ounces of cannabis and grow up to 6 plants per individual or 12 plants per household at home. And it gave the state 9 months to set up a system for legal marijuana purchases, subject to a 10% tax, and sales revenue is to be divided between administrative costs, addiction treatment, municipalities with dispensaries, and paying for social equity and jobs programs supporting the cannabis industry itself. Republican State Representative Jamie Callender, a longtime supporter of legalizing adult use cannabis, said the speed with which Cannabis Control, a division of the Ohio Department of Commerce, is gearing up the program validates his contention last year that working through the rules process was better than passing a swiftly negotiated legislative package. DeWine and the Republican-led Ohio Senate struck a deal at the 11th hour on a sweeping rewrite of what voters had approved, angering the issues backers and alarming both parties in the House. The bill the Senate passed would have outlawed growing at home, cut the allowable amount of pot that can be possessed to 1 ounce, and raise taxes on purchases to 15%. It would have also eliminated tax revenue funding for social equity programs supporting the marijuana industry and direct most of the tax money raised to the general state government fund, but the House adjourned without taking a vote. Callender said legislation will still no doubt be needed to address several issues not consistent with what voters voted on, and such as child safety packaging, prohibiting marketing cannabis to kids, and assuring business owners are protected. In a quote, he says, "I think at this point we've gotten past a lot of the fears that many of the senators and the governor's office had originally had, and we've gotten to the point where they're saying, oh, this is going to work," he said. Well, congratulations, Ohio. Sounds like you guys are going to have adult use sales coming in pretty soon, so congratulations to all of you out there in the Buckeye State. And this is Jason Beck for the High at 9 News. What do y'all think about this?
Go Ohio.
Go Ohio.
Yeah, I think it's great for Ohio for sure, but the Republicans are rewriting the rules. They're
No, they didn't. No, they didn't. There was an attempt to rewrite the rules. Todd, you missed that part. There was an attempt to rewrite the rules, but the House did not vote on those changes, and so now it is being implemented as the people had voted on, and that's why they were saying it's a good thing that we waited
nice job,
through this process.
Calling balls and strikes. Good job, Republicans.
That's right. Look at that. Oh man, we're gonna make that a sound bit. Right?
If you can hear me,
go ahead.
If you can hear me, I appreciate that they are not creating two separate supply chains between medical and recreational, and that they are allowing medical dispensaries to transition to also be able to accommodate adult use. That's a very thoughtful policy.
It is. I agree with that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, them allowing the homegrown is huge, and that would have been taken out. I don't even know why it's a problem in legal states.
Look at that. This is Republicans winning right here. Look, like they kept the taxes low. They kept home grow. Like, come on. Adam, do we have an elephant horn? Do we have the elephant horn?
Man, just a couple years ago, y'all were calling Jim DeWine a rhino, man.
Hey,
just a couple years ago, y'all were calling Jim DeWine a rhino, and now he's doing something that y'all get down with.
Oh, he's the man.
Right?
Hey, I reserve the right to criticize any politician, good or bad, at any point in time for any reason whatsoever, based off of their actions. How about that, Rico?
Agreed.
How about that? What do you think? What do you got to say about that?
Well, you can have that right.
Mm-hmm.
Good for you.
What, is Yarrow in? Is Yarrow in school?
Rights, Jason? Nobody's taking away your rights.
Yeah, I'm in school.
Bro?
Yarrow's in school.
I was just going to say that criticizing politicians is the most patriotic act we can engage in.
And you know what?
That's right. Mm-hmm.
Agreed.
I was at some city. They can't say that.
Yarrow brought cannabis into school with them.
It looks like it. It looks like he's doing what you were doing yesterday, your parent-teacher meeting yesterday. The funny part for Yarrow is he's all the same height as all the kids.
Oh yeah. No, since I was selling D9 in the parking lot out of my trunk, they just invited me inside.
I bet.
As a guest speaker,
I bet.
Yay.
Yeah. Oh man.
Your
You went to DMV? You went to gymnasium?
Yarrow out there pushing spray packs.
Pushing spray packs. Oh boy.
Spray pack.
I keep it creepy and terpy at the same time.
All right. Well, Yarrow, I'm gonna.
Somebody's got to do it.
Yeah, I'm gonna read your headline, Yarrow, just in case anybody missed it, because it was a fantastic.
You know what?
A fantastic headline.
Ohio, swag like Ohio, down in Ohio, swag like Ohio.
So Yarrow, before we go to a commercial real quick, Yarrow's headline was a New Hampshire Senate president says he hopes marijuana legislation, dies in his chamber. And if you want to read that full article, you can head over to our website at www.high9news.com to check it out for yourself, because
typical Republican shenanigans.
Yarrow is unable to deliver it due to his location requirements today. But nonetheless, we are going to roll right into a commercial, and we are going to be right back.